side.
A bit of a shame that. A bit of a shame, just held on to it for a little bit too long, Song. The run that he made from outside in, just have a look. I think he's kept himself, he's done really well to keep himself onside. Have a look at Nasrul here at the bottom of your screen. Keeps him onside.
Really static, wasn't he?
He doesn't push up with that Singapore defensive line. He's trailing in behind, and Irfan Jaya was almost in behind there. Asnawi with the
Now Anumantan for Singapore. Harun. Nice interchange of passes. Well over. They're building a little bit more, Russian.
Well, that was really good from Singapore's perspective. The way they were able to make their way right through the middle of that Indonesian side. Lovely, quick 1 and 2 touch football. Gives and goes. Iksan's asking for it to have been played into him. His run here. Instead, Forest decides to have a shot. They've not had enough of those situations where they've passed it quickly like that. They've had those connections through the middle. Those combination plays for Singapore have been missing.
Irfan has gone down here. Rahmat isn't too impressed. But I think that's fair enough. That's an elbow into the face of Irfan Fandi. As far as Rumley. Sharan Sulaiman looks up for his options. Now Anumantan. It's too much on that pass, but there is Nazrul Nazari. Looking for his brother Iksan. Foul on Song Yung. He became a Singapore citizen just a few months ago. This tournament was first competitive matches for Singapore's first nationalised player in a long time. Korean has been here for a decade or so. Russian was an ex-teammate of yours, and just tell us some attributes of this player, Song Yung.
Well, you see it on the pitch when he plays. You know, you see in the training sessions his energy, his work rate, ability to carry the ball forward. So he's a very strong runner with the ball, and what he's added to his game over the last few years or so, as he's developed, as he's grown, 50-50 possession there. Indonesia still leading by a goal to nil. What we've seen from Song as he's grown is the ability to add goals to his game, being played in more advanced positions for his club side, previously Home United, now at times with the Lion City Sailors.
Played as a forward, didn't he, at the end of this last season?
Yes, that's right.
That's our player, Song Yung. Great addition to this Singapore side. There's Iksan. There's urgency here about the Lions at the moment. Then gets there ahead of Iksan. Now Irfan Jaya. Rahmat Irianto, Ricky Kambuaya. Here's Alfrianda Dewanga. Now Song Yung. To thread that pass to Iksan. Irfan Jaya looking to slip that through to Ezra Walian. Shepherded out by Haris Harun. Singapore seem fairly solid at the moment with Haris now moving into that back three.
Yeah, look, looks stable at the back for the moment. Better organization, and they're starting to look a little bit better with the ball.
That move
in possession.
Anu in the holding role. What do you think? It's pretty good. It's worked.
It's worked for now. I mean, Anu, in terms of that profile of a player, he's not the most progressive in possession, but he's got good strength. He's a ball winner in the midfield. I think a lot of the creative element from midfield has probably got to come from Song, and they've pushed him further forward alongside Dixon, him and Faris, and then we've got Shadan in there as well.
Good challenge from Song, wasn't it? Lovely take here from Faris. Faris! Oh, in a great position. Took it on his weaker left foot. And that is their best opportunity of this half.
Oh, wonderful work from Faris. This is really good from Singapore. The way they win the ball back here, Song with a challenge. And then Faris, have a look at this lovely bit of skill. And you're backing him, once he gets into that position, you're backing him to finish it off. Wonderful here. He just sends Fakrud in the wrong way. Trying to bend it to the far corner of the goal. Faris.
Certainly has been an improvement as far as Singapore are concerned. A mistake for Malcolm Baggett. Giving the ball away. He's the new man in for Indonesia.
Not had the best of impacts, Malcolm Baggett, since coming on. And Indonesia here, just at times defensively looking a little bit shaky. Singapore starting to up the tempo of their play.
And it's a double substitution for Singapore. Zulkarnain Suzliman, who's been the preferred right back, or right wing back, I think, as the case may be today, is now going to come on. He's going to come on ahead of Nur Adam. So he's going to go into that left back, or left wing back role. Song Wei-Yong is being taken off by Shawal Anwar. He was really making an impact, wasn't he, Song?
Again, I don't know if it's a fitness issue that they're sort of managing. But again, different type of player. Shawal coming in, lots of pace. You can see his acceleration here already. He looks to try and track back and help his side out defensively. Good with his off-the-ball runs as well, Shawal Anwar. Decent technician, ability on the ball.
Indonesia are now bringing on their team captain, Dewan Dimas, for Rahmat Irianto. This is the change we saw in the last game against Malaysia.
Yeah, I think what Evan Dimas will bring with his introduction here is a bit more control for Indonesia in possession in midfield. I think they've lost control of the game a little bit. Perhaps needing not just fresh legs in there, but someone who's very comfortable in possession. Can try and dictate the tempo for them in those areas.
So Shawal moving across this right-hand side. Centre of midfield for Indonesia. Here's Irfan Jaya. Ball over the top by Rutan Sulaiman.
Yeah, good control defensively again from Singapore. They're making sure they track runners. They got themselves a lot better organized out of possession.
Shadan. Looking to again release Shawal now. They've got some pace up there, haven't they?
You have a look at that. Singapore's pass percentage in terms of the accuracy of passes gone up to 67% now.
Indonesia's as well. It's gone up a little bit to 75. Singapore certainly looked an improved unit in the second half. There's Asnawi. Dimas seems to be around forever, Roshan.
Yeah, he's been playing football for a long time now. We're just looking at the attempts, and it's 6 each to Singapore and Indonesia, and both with 5 shots from inside the box. the one for both of them coming from outside the box.
Looks like Amy Reka is also going to come on very shortly. Saw some movement on the bench there. It'll be interesting to see if they're going to take off Iksan Fandi. Will they play two out-and-out strikers? They don't need to yet, Roshan, right? With another whole game to come. Be interesting to see what they do. Here's Shawal. Maybe with that second game in mind. 20 minutes left.
Interesting to see if it's Iksan or Faris actually that potentially comes off here.
Ese Dimas. After Dewanga. Elkan Baggett. Kambuaya. There's Witan Sulaiman has come onto this left-hand side for a bit. Suzuma, strong header. Here's Faris. Still Faris, he slips it through, trying to stay down, and it has made its way in. It is the equalising goal. Iksan Fandi has made it 1-1. The whole crowd held its breath there, waiting to see if that would stand.
Yeah, they've deserved that goal, and straight away he asked to be taken off. They've deserved that goal, Singapore. I think they've been the better side in the second half. They started to find a flow and a rhythm in the game. They started to string passes together. Let's have a look at this run. Yeah, he's onside. Well clear onside. And listen, I wasn't sure if he was certain he was going to score there. This takes a bit of a deflection of Nadeo, and the angle was against him as well. But what was important here, Faris does such a great job of drawing the defender towards him, beating him, and then releasing that pass into the space that was left behind. But you remember the ball that came across, and it was headed first time by Zulkarnain. And there were cries of time. And normally when you hear that, you think, okay, I'll take it down and bring it forward. But what was crucial was that he headed it first time right into the feet of Faris, and then Singapore could turn around and counter-attack quickly.
His third goal in the tournament, Iksan Fandi's first two came in the opening game. I tell you what, he scored. That was probably his last bit of action, regardless of what happened anyway. He asked to get taken off. That was the decision anyway by Tatsuma. He's done his part. Singapore will be hoping he'll be absolutely fine for the second leg in just a few days' time. Shawal racing down, he won't get there. Wonga is also pretty quick. This game, of course, now livened up with about 20 minutes to go. Roshan, this is beautifully poised now, isn't it?
Yeah, brilliant. Wonderful, and not just for the rest of this one, but for the second leg as well.
Reminder, they're playing two legs. There is no home and away legs in this at all. So the second semi-final is tied on aggregate. We will go to extra time, potentially penalties. Wanga has gone down and then quickly gets up. And now listen to the National Stadium. It's got the crowd going, that goal. But there's no doubt the change has made a difference. Shawala, he went down and it's going to be a corner.
Yeah, it was so important that Ricky Kambuaya got that timing of his challenge spot on in that situation. Any sort of touch away from Ricky Kambuaya, this is a penalty. You can see that he makes a connection with the ball here, Ricky Kambuaya. Fantastic challenge. It looks like Shawal's going to be running away with it, but important interception from Kambuaya.
They've lost one of their best receivers on the set piece, Iksan, but there's a chance here off the woodwork. Opportunity for Safwan Baradin to make it two.
And they almost make this set piece count. Again, wonderful quality from Shadan. I mean, his deliveries have been excellent. And Safwan again, Singapore get a first head on it, but they can't punish Indonesia. He's unlucky.
But it's just enlivened this crowd here in the National Stadium. It's a sea of red looking for that ball. Anumantan won that header. Faris looking for Amy Reka. Here's Evan Dimas. Indonesia trying to get control of the ball again. Control this game. Nazrul Nazari. Here's Ricky Kambuaya. Pratama. Releases quickly to Zulkarnain Suzliman. Willing them on, the crowd here at the National Stadium. Someone opts for safety.
Well, this could be a formula for Singapore going forward, you know. If they decide to go with 5 at the back, Haris dropping into central defence alongside Safwan and Irfan for the rest of the competition. However long they've got left in it. I mean, they look much better organised in the second half, defensively and in possession as well. They're looking so much better that they've increased the tempo of their play. Indonesia, the ones that started to just look a little bit wobbly in certain situations.
There's Haris Harun to Shadan Sulaiman. Johnson, this is zipping the ball around more, aren't they?
The better connections now. The players are closer to each other. They can pass it, and there's a bit more confidence on the ball in possession.
Foul by Asnawi there.
Opening up the pitch a little bit better as well with the positions that they're taking up. And again, they're connecting the passes a lot better here.
One ball. Oh, lovely work. Shawal. Firstly, the ball won by Anumantan.
A good bit of skill by Amy. And it just takes the contact and wins the free kick. Clever bit of play.
Will be a lot happier, won't he? Tatsuma Yoshida. Now you can really hear the chants for the Singapore crowd, but here come Indonesia. Evan Dimas. Witan Sulaiman. Away by Haris. The first touch was from Irfan. Ricky Kambuaya. That's outside the box.
Oh, I think Pratama Arhan has gone over to say it's right on the line. If it's on the line, it should be a penalty. Clumsy from Nazrul. Could have really been punished here. Oh, that's a penalty.
That's it, the box, isn't it?
Oh, that should have been a penalty. Very fortunate, Singapore, that there's no video assistant referee, because that should have been a penalty to Indonesia.
Yeah, from the angle we were on, it was very, very tight. The referee immediately pointed to a free kick. You can see from that replay, a clear penalty for Indonesia. That will be a talking point. Not many protests on that one either. Here's Evan Dimas. They don't know what's happened. I'm not sure. The rest of them do. Indonesia about to make another change here. Haris Putra is going to come on. Oh, he's done his job magnificently. Well, the man has only been on for about half an hour. He is off. Rawalian, who's taken off by Haris Putra. That is never something any Moist players want to have, but he goes across to his coach, shakes his hand.
I was looking for that potential flashpoint.
That's flipped over. El Kabaga, he'll be the one that they'll look for in these sort of situations. Yes. Sagara Putra, 22 years of age. That's his second cap. His first one was coming on against Malaysia right at the end of the last game. Emireka. Is there a foul? Yes. Dewanga is furious. Shaking his head.
Important for Emireka. I'm sure he held on to it or won a free kick in that situation. Singapore under a little bit of pressure. Indonesia starting to get themselves back into this game.
Shawal trying to get a touch on. Here he's back on the ball. Makama trying to clear it. It will be a throw in for Singapore. Dewanga. Babak Dimas. 10 minutes left in this match, plus some added time, and this is just the first of two legs for Singapore and Indonesia.
Covered by Haris. Seems more comfortable in the center of defense. He's done in midfield in this competition.
Indonesia have responded fairly well since that goal. A good little spell right after it. Trying to get a grip on this game, aren't they, again? Babak Dimas with the delivery. Straight forward for Sansani. He was looking out at Faris Ramli, and he's going to deliver the ball to him anyway. That was perhaps telegraphed. Great work there from Hanis. Here is the new forward. Now Asnawi. Away by Sharat Sulaiman. Dewanga is there ahead of Emireka. Here, Babak Dimas. Good work here from Hanis to the wing back. Pratama. No foul on Faris Ramli.
But Hanis has already made a really good impact since coming on. Whereas Rawalian been buzzing around that forward line, already linking up on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side. And they caused a few issues for the Singapore defense with his link-up play. It's been such an even game of football. Fascinating to see the changes from the first half and into the second.
On Hanis, who's done a great turn and shot, but straight at Hassan Sani.
Well, Hanis in the 5 minutes that he's come on has made so much more of an impact than Ezra Walian did in his time on the pitch. It's an attempt. I mean, if it taken a deflection of Haris, that could have ended up in the back of the net. A little bit of curve at the end there, just almost fooling Hassan.
Fazrul. Here's Anumantan. Now Amy Reka. Are we going to get a late goal here to give one of these sides the edge going into the second leg, which is on the night of Christmas, 25th of December, Saturday night. Mark that in your calendars. Gone there by Shawal to Amy Reka. There's a foul on Shawal.
Wonderful leap from Shawal. Timing of that jumper. About to see another change for Singapore here with Hafiz Noor.
First time he's appeared in this edition. Hafiz Noor. Yet another Lion City Sailors player. Intercepted that ball. Look at this run here. Anumantan trying to stop Asnawi. We saw what he could do in the first half. That was behind Lutan Sulaiman. And Singapore come roaring back the other end. Here's Faris Ramli.
That was incredible from Asnawi, wasn't it?
It's a run.
That run. I mean, again, they tried to foul him. Almost like, reminds me a little bit of...
Harris doing enough.
Sorry, I was going to claim that. I was going to say the way Asnawi runs up and down that right-hand side, or especially down that right-hand side, is and they try to stop him. He's like as if he's slatted in that baby oil, which is what Dama Traore does, doesn't he? For Wolves. Can't take him down when he starts moving.
The only difference is the physique, Roshan, I think.
Asnawi's getting there, I think, with the physique, because you can't foul him.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened in that first goal. Almost happened there. There's just such amazing pace about this Indonesian side, isn't there?
Yeah, it certainly is, and it's really exciting when they get into that full flow. Mind you, Singapore have got good pace themselves. The likes of Shawal on the pitch now. Faris, Iksan when he was on. Now another quick, speedy player about to come on for Singapore to replace Faris Ramli.
Yeah, I mean, Hafiz Noor is now 33, and he's still got bags of pace about him. Faris was meant to buy, hasn't he, this evening with the assist for Iksan Fandi.
Yeah, and I think he got more involved in the game in the second half. They cut out the first half. You can see they were trying to counter-attack very quickly. Lots of direct balls being played forward, not quite finding the accuracy in those passes, and the pass selection wasn't very good from Singapore in the first half. Second half, they got players closer together in certain situations, and at the same time, they were able to sort of position themselves in a way that could stretch out the pitch, and stretch out this Indonesian side. So those connections, those players were closer around in possession of the ball. They were moving in to receive, and then they were runners off the ball, as they're doing here once again.
Oh, that's a great shot there from Amy Reka, but relatively comfortable in there for Nadiok.
Increase the pace of their play as well in the second 45. Singapore, wonderful work here. Spins away, receives it. Off Hafiz Noor, testing the goalkeeper. Really good shot, difficult one as well to execute. Bouncing around like that from range at speed.
So well, I mean. Singapore here with Shannon Sulaiman's corner. Away by Baggett. You think, Roshan, this might be the template now, right? With Harris in the three and perhaps Anumantan there in the midfield?
Yeah, that could work for them. I mean, again, it really depends on what they're trying to do, right? It changes from game to game, and just because it's working now doesn't necessarily mean.
There's Evan Dimas. Such pace about Irfan.
But I will say, have looked a lot more organised since Harris has gone into the centre of that back line.
Ron
Zulkarnain has done very well there, to make sure that he was able to keep pace with Irfan. Drag back, get on the inside, get goal side, come across. Shepherd it all the way to your goalkeeper.
That's a point upfield. Irfan.
One straight through with the top of Witan Sulaiman as well. Been a dangerous one, this.
Witan picks himself up. Just as he picked up this Indonesian crowd here with his goal.
Yeah, love the finish. Love the finish. His composure in that position. Just opens his body, guides it past Hassan Sani. And then here Faris carries the ball forward, beats a man, and then plays it into that space that was vacated by the central defender who had pushed forward to try and stop the run of Faris Ramli. But just before that as well, the header from Zulkarnain I think was very important. First time header straight into Faris Ramli, and that meant the momentum of the move was kept alive.
And look at that, with the top scorers in the tournament, Iksan Fandi on to 3, Witan now got 2. Iksan I should say, 11 goals now in 25 appearances. Not a bad return.
That's a very good return. I think that's a really good return for the centre forward on the international stage.
He's talking to his brother Ilhan there. Many people's lips, we're going to see all 3 Fandi brothers together. All sons, of course, of the legendary Fandi Ahmad, known particularly well in both Singapore, of course, and Indonesia. We spent a lot of time. Yabes Roni will have a cameo here in place of the hugely impressive Irfan Jaya. Plays his football with Persipura Jayapura. Obali United, excuse me, the 26-year-old, winning his 6th cap today.
One last opportunity perhaps for Indonesia with Yabes Roni coming on. A bit more pace in there. Last minute and a half or so. Buaya.
Here's Pratama Arhan. Slips it to Kambuaya. Anumantan. Ace of Yabes Roni on him. He's held off that challenge. About a minute left of this added time.
Well, assuming it stays this way, we're right back where we started. No away goals, so...
Throw in by Pratama. Nothing goes on for a goal kick.
Nothing really changes. Nothing's really changed. Oh, it's given a corner.
Oh, wow. Nazrul, very casual there. A contentious moment, perhaps. Right at the end of this match, if they go on and score, Elkan Bagan scored off a corner. He will be the one to watch out for. He's got a lot of players around. The referee has noticed that. There he is. Anu, Safwan and Irfan all around him. And that's away by Shawal Anwar, and that will be it. Well, what a second half I think we had. That game came to life. Iksan Fandi with the crucial equaliser for Singapore. Roshan, both coaches will have had some good moments here. I think it's a fair result.
Yeah, I mean, 1-1 in a match where away goals and things like that don't matter. Doesn't really change anything going into the second leg. It's great for us neutrals.
Absolutely.
It's all kept alive for the second leg. It was a strange match. You know, I thought Singapore were a little bit flat in the opening 45. Indonesia were the better side. And then the second half, Singapore woke up with those changes that they made, with the structure to the team. They upped the intensity and the tempo of their game. Got their reward with that equalizer. Whereas Indonesia then in the second half started to look a little bit wobbly in certain situations, looked a little bit tired. So it's a fair result in the end. And this makes things very, very exciting going into the second leg at the weekend.
That was a nice way of saying a game of two halves. Well, it has been